I'm here to tell you about interstitial cystitis. It's a bladder condition which is very, very painful. There's no cure, there's no cause, they have no idea what causes it. There's hardly any treatments. Your bladder gets inflamed and the mucus lining that protects it just disappears, and because of that you get the pinpoint bleeding and it starts to shrink, so you have to go a whole lot, like every 15-20 minutes. And the pain, oh my gosh, the pain. I've tried so many medications and nothing seems to help it, so I just have to deal with it like everyone else. Hardly sleeping, always going to the bathroom, don't want to go anywhere, don't feel like doing anything, takes forever to do the housework, like dishes, vacuuming, all that stuff. It's not fun, and there's a lot of people out there that have it that don't get diagnosed because a lot of the doctors don't even recognize it as a condition, which is just wrong because it's not in our heads. We actually live with this every day, and for someone to tell us that it's in our heads and we're just trying to get pain medication or have people feel sorry for us, it's just not right, because it is real, and it's very frustrating for someone, even friends that know that you have it, to think that you're just making it up, and it's very complicated to deal with. So if you have frequency and the urgency and the back pain and you feel like your bladder is on fire and all that, don't hesitate to get a second opinion and get it taken care of, because the longer you go without some kind of treatment, well, there's not much treatment, but there are some things that you can do to help with the pain, even if they only help for a couple months to a couple weeks. It just depends on the treatment and the person and how severe the interstitial cystitis is. So you just have to work with your doctors and have support from your friends and family, which is really, really important, because if you don't have support, then you start to get depressed and feel like you're alone, and you're really not, because there's lots of people out there that have this, and it's very hard to deal with on your own. Even though my parents went with me to the doctor's appointments and everything when I was younger, they still didn't really understand what I was going through. They just, because we look fine. Like, it's the inside that's our problem, but on the outside we look fine. And most of us get really good at pretending that we're fine. But when we get home and we're all alone, and we're not fine. And the one thing I've learned is, if people ask you how you are, tell them you're getting by. Not that you're fine, because then they'll think that you're fine, and when you say that you don't feel good, then they'll be like, well, you were fine just a couple minutes ago. So just tell them that you're getting by and doing the best you can. And that's all we can really do besides support each other. So if you want to know more about interstitial cystitis, feel free to email me and we can talk, and I can try to help you as best I can with what I've gone through and what other people have told me they've gone through, and see what we can get accomplished. But more people really need to know what interstitial cystitis is. They compare it to cancer pain, and there's a lot of awareness for cancer and cystic fibrosis and everything, but there's not enough awareness about interstitial cystitis, and it's just as much a problem as the cancer and all that, because it affects so many people. Even little kids get it, and I can't even imagine what they would go through having this. It was hard enough at 15 getting kicked out of school for disrupting the class too much to go to the bathroom, and not being able to work because you always have to go to the bathroom, so you have to leave where you're supposed to be working, and it's horrible to go through. And I know there are people that are still working with it, and I would love to work if I could, but I just can't. I've tried and tried and tried, and it's just not something that I can do. So I spend most of my time making the videos that I post on YouTube of Doctor Who and Torchwood and all those good TV shows, because that's how I deal with my pain, on top of taking some medication. I try to block it out by reading and watching TV and making the videos that I make and listening to music. So that's why I got a YouTube account, was to start doing that, to try to work it as a coping mechanism for the pain. And so far it does pretty well, and I've met some really great people on YouTube that we discuss the videos and the TV shows, and on Facebook I've met so many awesome people that have helped me so much that have interstitial cystitis, and I really don't know what I would do without them, because I really thought that I was alone until I met them, and I know that I'm not alone, so I don't want anyone else to feel like they're alone when they're not. So if you're seeing this and you have interstitial cystitis, or you think that you may have it, please feel free to friend me on YouTube or Facebook. I'll post the links with the description of this video. So I think that's about it for now. So just get in touch with me or something like that. We're not alone, and you're not alone, and you don't have to be. You can talk to someone about it, and trust me, it will make you feel a whole lot better to know that you can talk to someone about how you're feeling and they completely understand and don't judge you about it. So please, if you have interstitial cystitis or think you do, go ahead and friend me. I usually accept all my friend requests and everything, so, and I'm pretty good about returning emails, and text messages not so good with the phone. I have a fear of talking on the phone for some reason. Don't know why. Just really weird. So, okay. This is me talking way more than enough. So, yeah.